Welcome, friends, to Simple English Listening. Listening practice on interesting topics using simple language. Today, I'll tell you about one of the quickest and best ways you can improve your English. And I'll introduce this channel. Hello, my name is Tristan. The quickest way to improve at English is to listen to as much English as possible, which is one level above your level. So listen to English where you understand about 80% or more of all the language. 80% or more. Secondly, you should listen to topics that are interesting and enjoyable for you. So, if English movies, podcasts, radio shows are too difficult, find easier material. This idea was first put forward by an American professor called Stephen Krashen from the University of Southern California in 1982. The academic name for this idea is a comprehensible input. Comprehensible means understandable. Okay? Put simply, it means to learn another language by listening and reading material that you can mostly understand, which is just one level above your level. That is interesting and enjoyable for you. A problem I've seen is too many people try and listen to material which is too difficult for them. You will not pick up much new language if you listen to things that are too difficult for you. I've often heard the complaint in my classes, teacher, I listen to YouTube and watch English movies. I learn nothing. Okay? So it's because you listen to things that are too difficult for you. So find simpler, easier material. The 3 key points for finding good listening, good comprehensible input are: 1, the language should be one level above your level. So as we said, where you understand about 80% or more of the language. 2, listen to topics that are interesting for you, enjoyable for you. That's important because it relaxes the mind. And 3, your mind should be relaxed. So maybe not in a stressful classroom if you find it stressful. Okay, the aim of this channel, the mission, the goal of this channel is to give you comprehensible input. So listening practice for intermediate or pre-intermediate English learners, which means I'll speak in simple English about interesting topics. I've also found some other websites to help you that are similar to this. The links will be below this video. I recommend BBC Learning English. This is a website and an app. They have lots of short videos where you can listen and watch videos, okay? AJ Hogue is another channel, YouTube channel. His show is called The Effortless English Show. It's a live video, so you can chat to him, and he speaks for about an hour on different topics. 2 other YouTube channels are English with Lucy and Real English with Real Teachers. On both these channels, the host speaks slowly and clearly in British English. Their topics can be quite focused on language learning. AJ Hogue talks about lots of different topics in an American accent. Okay, links below this video. So teachers who use comprehensible input in their classrooms often use lots of visuals. Visuals mean things you can see, pictures, graphics, flashcards, videos. BBC Learning English has lots of visuals because they're videos. Can I be honest with you about something? I found watching children's cartoons to be of great benefit for my French and Italian. Actually, my favorite is Peppa Pig. I'm sure you know it. By the BBC. The language is simple and it has lots of visuals, lots of pictures to help me understand the context, what's going on, what's happening. Also, it's translated, dubbed into over 20 languages. Okay, listening is the foundation for getting better at speaking. Sit back, okay, and listen and let your mind become familiar with English. Listening comes before speaking. A learner cannot say something in a new language if they have never seen it or heard it before. And it's easy, yeah? You can do listening anywhere, while washing the dishes, while on the subway to work, while hiking, wherever. You just have your earphone, put it in, off you go. Okay, what's great about this is to do listening practice, you won't need a class, which is usually expensive, and it usually takes half an hour to get there and get home again. You won't need expensive and boring textbooks. Listening to English language is the easiest way to learn. It's stress-free, there's zero pressure from anyone else, and it can be enjoyable depending on what topics you listen to, of course. Don't worry if you can't understand everything. Understand what you can and listen to the same episode as many times as you like, okay? Until you get bored. Interesting fact. Did you know that about 80% of all English conversation uses only 1,000 words? The 1,000 most frequently used words in English. And you would be able to understand 85% of all English conversation if you knew the 2,000 most frequently used words in English. So another thing you can do is go on the internet, type in most frequently used words in English and learn these vocabulary lists. This will quicken, will speed up your learning. Every time I say a word you already know, you are reviewing that word and better understanding how it's used. Every time I use grammar that you already know, again, you're reviewing that grammar and deepening your understanding of it. All new words that you can start to understand them because you'll see the context, because of the words around the new word, okay? So it will start to put it in your mind. I'm quite thirsty now. I need some water. Anyway, on this channel, grammar and vocabulary that you already know are repeated many, many times in different ways, with different meanings, in different contexts, which gives you a stronger understanding and feeling of how and when to use them. So, to quickly review the best way to learn English or any other language, in my experience and from what I've seen in the successes of other people, listen to English that is one level above your level that you mostly understand. And the academic word for this idea, this hypothesis, we say hypothesis means idea in academic language. The name for it is comprehensible input. So listening is the key. And, oh God, this is what I'll give you on this channel, okay? I found similar channels to this in Italian and French to do the accents badly. The Italian channel is called Italiano automatico. The French one is called Français authentique. I should have used the hands to say Italian, right? Italiano automa. Anyway, these two channels are brilliant. They helped me greatly improve my French and Italian. They inspired me and they motivated me to start a similar channel in English. They discuss topics often not related to learning language, just general topics of interest. So topics we can discuss on this channel are all kinds of things: food, travel, learning, hobbies, history, geography, biographies, music, art, all kinds of things, topics of global interest. I'll speak using simple vocabulary and a little bit slower than I'd normally speak. Okay, so if you listen to a little bit of this every day and similar websites and channels, your English will improve after a few months in a way that is natural and enjoyable. So when? Well, anytime, yeah. On the way to school, on the way back from school or work, while you wash your dog, while you search for your missing cat. I actually had to do that quite recently. I lost my friend's cat, but I found them again, okay, after an hour. Not so bad. While you cook an omelette, while you cook whatever you want, while you do squats at the gym, while you go fishing with your cousin that maybe you have nothing in common with them, so nothing to talk about, just put in the earphone, yeah, listen to some English. A little bit every day. You don't have to watch the video to benefit from this. It's just me talking to the camera, okay? The main purpose of this is listening practice. Now, to introduce myself, my name is Tristan. Pleased to meet you. I'm from the south of England, a town called Bournemouth. Have you heard of it? Probably not, to be honest. If you like football, maybe you've heard of it. Bournemouth are in the English Premier League now. I mean, maybe it'll be different in 3 years. I've been an English as a foreign language EFL teacher now for 8 years. Right now, I live in Vietnam. This is my classroom, my beautiful classroom, or my nicest looking classroom. Thus, this is why it's in the video. So I'm here early in the morning to record this in peace when my students are not around. I'll show you a bit about my life here in Vietnam in future episodes. I've also taught in the UK, in Italy, in India, in South Korea and Japan. So we can also talk about these countries and experiences in future episodes. If you think this video would benefit anyone, please share it, subscribe, like, and remember, you may understand 70% of this now. But if you listen to this episode again, you'll become more familiar with the English. You might understand 74, 75%. A third time, maybe you'll understand 75 to 80% of the language. The more you listen to this episode, the more you can absorb and take in the language. The more you can pick up the language, both consciously and subconsciously. Okay, so this week we discussed what you can listen to improve your English. Next week, we'll discuss something just as important, what you can read to best and quickly improve your English. And I'll give you my recommendations from websites I've found online. Okay, see you next week. Have a great week and see you next time.